Unseen China. Discover the places no tourist ever sees. Welcome to China, a land of surreal beauty, where breathtaking landscapes and ancient cultures intertwine in the most captivating ways. Far beyond the tourist trails and crowded cities lies a hidden world, a realm of serenity, mystery, and timeless wonder. Let this journey transport you far from the noise of everyday life and deep into China's forgotten corners. Here, nature breathes in ancient rhythms, and history is whispered by the wind that dances through emerald valleys and sacred mountains. Watch as fearless climbers scale vertiginous cliffs high above the clouds. Below them, quiet rivers meander beneath veils of mist, like scenes plucked from the realm of dreams. These are the soulscapes of a forgotten China, a place untouched by time. Crystal-clear streams carve pathways through jade-green forests, feeding cascading waterfalls hidden in the folds of uncharted valleys. In these places, silence speaks louder than words, and every breath feels sacred. Ancient towns lie cradled in the hands of history, where wooden bridges and cobblestone alleys echo the stories of generations long gone. These are not destinations. They are living poems, written in stone, wood, and water. This is your invitation to witness the unseen, to walk the forgotten paths, hear the untold stories, and see the side of China that no guidebook will show you. Don't forget to follow, so you won't miss a single magical moment ahead. Phoenix Ancient Town, Fenghuang, Hunan Province. In the heart of Hunan Province lies Phoenix Ancient Town, or Fenghuang, a riverside settlement that feels suspended in time. Known as one of the most picturesque ancient towns in China, Fenghuang is a living relic with over 400 years of history. Wooden houses on stilts line the banks of the Tuojiang River, their reflections shimmering on the water like brushstrokes in a painting. The river serves as the lifeblood of the town, quietly flowing past homes, tea houses, and narrow stone streets. As night falls, hundreds of lanterns light up the town, and their glow reflects across the water, creating an atmosphere that feels both mystical and deeply romantic. This is where modern life slows to the rhythm of flowing water and whispering wind. Phoenix Ancient Town is home to the Miao and Tujia ethnic minorities. Their traditional customs, colorful garments, and ancient rituals enrich the town with cultural depth and diversity. Every step you take here is a walk through living heritage. Bridges such as the Hongqiao Bridge, adorned with traditional carvings and arches, span the river like threads weaving past and present together. It's no wonder Fenghuang is often described as the soul of ancient China. From morning mists that rise over riverbanks to the smell of wood smoke drifting from ancestral kitchens, Phoenix Ancient Town is a sensory journey, one that leaves footprints on the heart. Jiuzhaigou Valley. Sichuan Province, dreamlike landscapes of Jiuzhaigou Valley, a UNESCO World Heritage Site tucked in the mountains of northern Sichuan. This hidden paradise is home to some of the most stunning natural scenery in all of China. With its kaleidoscopic lakes, multi-tiered waterfalls, and snow-dusted peaks, Jiuzhaigou is nature's masterpiece. The water here is so clear you can see fish swimming beneath rainbow-colored reflections of the surrounding forest. Local Tibetan villages dot the valley, their prayer flags fluttering in the wind. The air carries the scent of pine and incense, and the atmosphere is one of reverence and peace. Time moves differently here. Tongli Watertown, Jiangsu Province. In Jiangsu province, far from the steel and glass of urban skylines, lies Tongli, an ancient water town often overshadowed by its more famous neighbors. But here serenity reigns. Stone bridges arch over still canals, lotus flowers bloom in quiet courtyards, and whispers of history echo off the old walls. This is the Venice of the East, but far less crowded and far more authentic. Boats glide gently under willow trees, and shopkeepers sell handmade crafts passed down through generations. Every corner here tells a story, a thread in China's vast cultural tapestry. Zhangjiajie, Avatar Mountains, Hunan. If you've seen James Cameron's Avatar, you've already glimpsed Zhangjiajie. These pillar-like mountains inspired the film's floating Hallelujah Mountains, but in real life, they're even more astonishing. Soaring stone spires stretch into the clouds, often shrouded in mist, that gives them a mystical, otherworldly feel. Few tourists venture beyond the main park paths, but the real magic lies deeper in the forest, where wild monkeys swing between vines and ancient temples hide in cliffsides. Take the glass elevator carved into the mountain itself, or better yet, hike. The higher you go, the quieter it becomes, and the more unreal the view. Yuanyang Rice Terraces, Yunnan Province. Carved over centuries by the Hani people, the Yuanyang Rice Terraces are a mesmerizing feat of both engineering and art. Stretching across vast hillsides, these terraced fields reflect the sky in ways that change with every hour of the day. At sunrise, the fields become mirrors for golden clouds. At sunset, they turn into rivers of fire. Few travelers make it this far into southern Yunnan, but those who do never forget it. Gangxiang Village, Gansu Province. Hidden in the arid plains of Gansu lies Dangxiang Village, a place that blends Buddhist serenity with Silk Road history. Sand-colored homes, ancient pagodas, and barren beauty define this forgotten frontier. Local monks walk barefoot along dusty paths, and time seems frozen in the crumbling walls of this ancient stop along the world's oldest trade route, Wuyi Mountains, Fujian Province. For tea lovers, few places are holier than the Wuyi Mountains. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is where some of China's finest oolong teas are grown, on steep cliffs that defy farming logic. Ancient Taoist temples nestle between tea gardens. Mist rolls in like waves, giving the region a mystical feel. Sipping Wuyi rock tea here, among cliffs and clouds, is a spiritual experience. Final moments. Call to adventure. These are the places few outsiders see. No crowds, no filters, only raw, untouched China, where silence speaks, nature reigns, and the soul finds room to breathe. So take the road less traveled. Let go of the ordinary, and allow yourself to be swept into the hidden heart of China. Because sometimes the most unforgettable journeys are the ones that no one else takes. Gu Zhu's Zhaoxing Dong Village. Tucked away in the folds of Guizhou Province, Zhaoxing Dong Village is one of the largest Dong minority villages in China and one of the most beautiful. Here, wooden drum towers pierce the skyline, symbolizing peace and community. 5 iconic drum towers represent the 5 clans of the village. As dawn breaks, soft fog rolls over the rice paddies, and the melody of Dong folk songs echoes gently through the alleys. Their polyphonic singing, known as Come Grand Choir, is a UNESCO intangible cultural heritage, yet few outside China have ever heard it live. Every building, every smile, every note of music carries centuries of untold history. Yangmiling, the tea mountain nobody knows, hidden deep within the mountains of Fujian, is Yangmiling, a remote tea village untouched by tourism. Here, ancient tea trees cling to steep ridges, where clouds drift low and silence reigns. Villagers handpick oolong leaves at sunrise, moving slowly and rhythmically, just as their ancestors did centuries ago. There are no shops, no signs, no roads wide enough for a bus, only footpaths and the aroma of roasted tea leaves filling the mountain air. This is where tea isn't sold, it's shared, with stories, with respect, with tradition. Qingxinling Cave Temple Valley, a secret grotto in Henan. In the heart of Henan lies a hidden sanctuary, Qingxinling Cave Temple Valley. This secret Buddhist grotto, carved into limestone cliffs, remains largely untouched by modern tourism. Golden statues shimmer in candlelight, inside dark, cool caverns. Outside, koi-filled ponds reflect temple roofs and weeping willows. Only the occasional monk disturbs the stillness, offering incense and silent prayers. The air is thick with incense, devotion, and quiet wisdom. It's a spiritual oasis where time stops and reflection begins. Dragon Ridge Terraces, Longji, Guangxi. While the Longji rice terraces are occasionally known to tourists, few ever see them in winter, when mist shrouds the mountain like a myth. The crowds are gone, replaced by silence and frost. Ancient Zhuang and Yao villages still operate the terraces as they have for centuries. Wooden homes cling to the steep slopes, and farmers tend to oxen in icy wind. Each curved terrace resembles the scales of a sleeping dragon, frozen in time. Canis Lake, Xinjiang's northern frontier. At China's northwestern tip lies Canis Lake, a turquoise gem surrounded by snow-covered pine forests and Kazakh yurts. This untouched land feels more like Siberia than Beijing, and its beauty defies imagination. Legends say a monster lives in its depths. Scientists say it's one of the cleanest lakes in Asia. Whatever the truth, the reflection of birch forests and sky in its mirror-like surface feels like a portal to another world. Tulu Clusters, Fujian's earth fortresses, built over 1,000 years ago by the Hakka people. Tulu are massive circular earthen buildings, villages in a single structure. Most tourists only visit the well-known clusters, but the Nanjing and Yongding regions are full of secret tullus hidden in forested hills. Inside, generations live side by side. Roosters roam freely. Children laugh. Elders sip tea in the shade of age-old beams. It's not just architecture, it's a way of life. Resilient, communal, and full of soul. Badain Jaran Desert. The silent dunes of Inner Mongolia forget the crowded dunes of Dunhuang. Badain Jaran is where the desert reveals its true, mystical self. Towering dunes reach over 500 meters tall, some of the highest on Earth. In the heart of the sand sea lie more than 100 freshwater lakes, hidden oases that shimmer like mirages under the blazing sun. You might ride a camel past ancient shrines or hear nothing at all, just the sound of wind and your heartbeat. This is a desert that sings. Literally, its dunes are known to produce a low, booming sound, a phenomenon called the singing sands. Pingle Ancient Town, Sichuan's time capsule. West of Chengdu, nestled against quiet mountains, lies Pingle Ancient Town, a riverside village that once thrived along the southern Silk Road. Today, it's a peaceful retreat where bamboo groves sway and tea houses line moss-covered stone streets. Cross the ancient bridges, some built during the Han Dynasty, and watch local artisans weave bamboo baskets by hand. The scent of jasmine tea and Sichuan spices drifts from open windows. Time slows down here, and for once, you might actually catch up with yourself. These are the corners of China that no postcard shows, the forgotten sanctuaries, the quiet miracles, the living legacies that endure beyond fame. In a world obsessed with spotlight, these hidden places remind us of something greater, that beauty thrives in silence, that tradition lives in shadows, that wonder begins where the tourist trail ends. So take a moment, breathe in the unknown, and follow the call of the unseen. Because real adventure isn't about going far, it's about going deep.